The purpose of this presentation is to orient you to and provide guidance for use of Title II Part A funds under the Every Student Succeeds Act, formerly known as the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. The overall purpose of the legislation comprising Title II is to, number one, increase student achievement. Number two, improve the quality and effectiveness of key educational personnel. Number three, increase the number of effective teachers, principals, and other school leaders. And number four, provide greater access to effective educators for low-income and minority students. This presentation will focus on Part A of the law, which deals with supporting effective instruction. Each year, the Utah State Board of Education receives an allocation of Title II funds from the federal government. 7.7% of those funds are used to pay administrative costs and to fund state-level activities. The remaining 92.3% is allocated to LEA. In November of every year, LEAs complete an application in the Utah Grants Management System, indicating acceptance of their Title II funds. Awarded funds are then available to reimburse expenses incurred over a 27-month cycle beginning July 1st of the application year. For example, in November of 2021, you will apply for funds that can be used to reimburse expenses incurred between July 1, 2021 and September 30th of 2023. Applications should be completed only after engaging in meaningful consultation with teachers, principals, other school leaders, paraprofessionals, instructional support staff, parents, and community partners regarding the needs and how to best use available funds. An application template provided by USBE will ask you to describe the activities you plan to engage in and how they align with challenging academic standards, describe your overall professional growth and improvement plan, describe how you will prioritize funds to schools with the highest percentages of students and the greatest needs, describe how you will use data and ongoing consultation to inform funded activities, and it will ask you to assure that you will comply with equitable access provisions and coordinate professional learning activities across your system. In determining how to best use Title II funds, districts and schools must address the learning needs of all students, including students with disabilities, English language learners, and gifted and talented students. One option is to use the funds to develop and/or improve evidence-based evaluation systems. This would include implementing programs to assist in obtaining formative and summative data regarding teacher effectiveness, as well as programs designed to support teachers in improving their instructional practice. LEAs might also use Title II funds to develop or improve recruiting and hiring practices, or practices designed to retain effective teachers. This would include systems for screening candidates, providing differential or incentive pay, providing advancement and career growth, building induction and mentoring supports, or principal training on providing feedback or how to differentiate levels of educator performance. LEAs can use Title II funds to develop initiatives designed to recruit qualified professionals from other fields into education. Relying on evidence-based practices, schools and districts can implement initiatives designed to reduce class size with Title II funds. A common use of Title II funds is to provide high-quality, personalized professional development. This could include guiding educators to better integrate technology or data practices, supporting efforts to engage parents, families, and communities in the learning process, deepening collaborative efforts among teachers, or assisting students to develop learning readiness. LEAs might also use Title II funds to support the development of their educators' ability to effectively teach students with disabilities or to effectively teach English language learners. And the funds can be used to improve teachers' understanding of instruction in the early grades, or to help them identify, support, and refer children for specialized treatment services. Title II funds may support capacity building related to evidence-based instructional strategies, identification of gifted and talented students, or learning on integrating rigorous content with career and technical education and work-based learning opportunities. When considering professional learning options and determining whether or not a desired professional learning experience or conference is a viable Title II expense, consider that such activities should improve or increase teachers' content knowledge, should enable teachers to become highly qualified, should be an integral part of other school or district-wide improvement efforts, should improve classroom management skills, and should advance teachers' understanding of research-based instructional strategies. Above all, the most effective professional learning is sustained, intensive, and classroom-focused. A one-day or short-term workshop is not an effective professional learning opportunity. Just a couple more things now before we let you go. Title II Part A funds must always supplement rather than supplant any non-federal funds that would otherwise be used for Title II activities. This means, for example, that if USBE or the state legislature were to mandate an activity, use of Title II funds for that activity may not be appropriate if it would be used instead of other funding made available to implement the mandate. And finally, just a few words about Equitable Services. LEAs whose boundaries encompass private schools must provide equitable access to services for the students, teachers, and educational personnel within the LEA boundaries. In these cases, LEAs must meet with the private schools annually to discuss a plan for providing this equitable access. As part of the Equitable Services provision, LEAs may require reasonable documentation from private schools to support the need for and use of equitable services. However, LEAs cannot use the funds to pay private school teachers' salaries or benefits, or to pay substitutes for private school teachers to attend professional learning. Most importantly, the LEA must retain control of Title II funds at all times. An LEA may not directly reimburse a private school for expenses they incur, even for allowable Title II activities. We hope this presentation has been helpful in providing you with an overview of Title II Part A and the appropriate activities the funds can support. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any additional questions. Thank you for watching.